Good morning, everyone. Welcome, class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Spencer Gustafson, and like most of my classmates here from Vail Ski and Snowboard Academy, my high school experience has looked a little different. At VSSA, we miss school more than just about it. This is probably the first time we've all been in the same place together all year. We're constantly traveling, competing, and training. And then when we come back, we are expected to pick up right where we left off. And if you've been here long enough, you know there's nothing quite like getting back from a trip, maybe a little exhausted, maybe a little jet lagged, and then immediately realizing all your summer work is due in 1 week and you have not started. But honestly, that's kind of the point. Because while it might seem chaotic from the outside, what VSSA really teaches you is discipline. It teaches you how to manage your time, how to stay accountable, and how to keep moving, even when things aren't going perfectly and it feels like you have no time. We may have called them math with Miss Wheatley, English with Miss Brandel, science with Mr. Bennett, history with Mr. Rippes, and Spanish with Senor Martin. But what we were actually learning in every one of them was grit. And that is what we will take with us long after we leave here. We've already had to figure out how to balance a lot. We've had to deal with setbacks, pressure, and expectations, and still find a way to perform. And it's not just in the big moments, it's in the small ones too. It's learning the hard way, like when I ignored Chef's warnings and made the worst poached eggs ever, and eventually had to admit Chef might have known what she was talking about. It's moments like that that stick with you. Along the way, we've definitely made some memories too, whether it's things not going exactly as planned, like when Mr. Farmer started a fire trying to cook popcorn in the microwave, or all the memories we made together on our senior raft trip. One of those core memories, as Alex likes to call it, I think he'll share with Mr. Jessup forever. Or how after our senior lounge got taken away, Zach's house became the new senior lounge. Honestly, it's an upgrade anyways. Those are the moments that make this place what it is. And I believe that gives us a real advantage when we step into the real world and outside of the bubble we live in. That's what makes VSSA special. It's also what makes today's speaker such a perfect person to hear from. Tess Johnson is someone who has lived that same experience. She came through VSSA, balanced academics with high-level competition, and went on to represent Team USA at the highest level. And that's something I think is really special, because while I haven't had the chance to meet her personally, we share that connection. We've both been part of Team USA, and we've both experienced what it's like to be part of a program like this, where the expectations are high and the margin for error is small. Tess is a great example of what can come from that environment, not just success in sport, but the kind of work ethic and resilience that carries over into everything else. And I believe for all of us sitting here on this beautiful morning, that's something we can relate to. In different ways, we've all had to grow up a little faster, take on more responsibility, learn how to be independent, and figure things out as we go. So it's an honor to introduce someone who represents what our community is all about and what it can lead to. And someone who proves that the habits we built here at VSSA don't just get you through VSSA, they take you all the way to the world stage. Please join me in welcoming two-time Olympian Tess Johnson.
Thank you, Spencer, so much for that introduction. And congratulations to you and your sister and your whole family for your incredible achievements this year. I'm truly honored to be giving the commencement speech today for the Vail Ski and Snowboard Academy's graduating class of 2026. Congratulations to all of you on this incredible achievement, and to your families and the teachers as well, because it really takes a village. I grew up in this valley. I was born and raised in Vail. I went to Edwards Elementary School and had the honor of speaking at that school yesterday. So I think it speaks to this community that the 2 days I'm in town, I'm speaking at both the schools I went to. But VSSA holds a very special place in my heart. I cherish the years that I spent here and as a member of this community. And the beauty is I'm still a part of it, and you all will be as well. 8 years ago, I was sitting in your seat at my high school graduation, overcome with pride and a lot of relief that I'd finally finished high school. But under the surface, I was a bit scared. I had just competed in the 2018 Olympics. I had been on the US ski team since freshman year. And I had the terrifying realization, what now? Whether or not you can relate to the sense of uncertainty I was feeling, I want you all to know that dealing with the unknown is inevitable. Delivering this speech today is quite timely because after my second Olympic appearance a couple months ago, I'm again asking myself the same question. What now? Please let my words today remind you that the answer to this question, what now, will look different for all of you. It will look different than those before you and those after you. It will look different than how you imagined and how your parents imagined. And it will fill you with life and love if you embrace it. When I was 9 years old, I fell in love with freestyle mogul skiing. I dreamt of making the US ski team and going to the Olympics. It was 2010, and my eyes were glued to the TV, taking in scenes of athletic excellence, Olympic glory, and team camaraderie, as Hannah Carney won Olympic gold in Vancouver. I knew I wanted to do that too. Soon after, I customized a pair of Converse shoes, splattered with every color I could imagine, and I printed the word believe in bold on the side of my heel. 9-year-old me had no idea how much I'd need that reminder in years to come. I made the national team at 14. I went to the Olympics at 17. I saw the world. I made lifelong friends, and I worked very hard. I graduated from VSSA with the same diploma you will all receive today, alongside my friends and teammates, and I was somehow feeling both like I was on top of the world and like maybe the top of the world had already passed me by. That was the first time the saying, two things can be true at once, really resonated with me. I quickly answered my what now question and set my sights firmly on going to the 2022 Olympics and winning a medal. I did everything I thought I was supposed to do. I trained really hard, I made improvements every day, and I got great results. COVID made it even easier to lock in, as I had very little contact with anyone or anything outside of mogul skiing. Even though I was testing twice a day for COVID leading into the games, and I couldn't talk to, touch, or hug anyone less than 6 feet away from me, it was all worth it for my Olympic dream. And in hindsight, everything about that experience was worth so much more than that. I did not make the team. I experienced feelings of depression, anxiety, grief, confusion, and loss that I certainly did not account for when I answered my what now question. I went to Beijing in 2022 as an alternate, and I spent 9 full days confined to the 4 walls of a hotel room in COVID isolation. I got food poisoning, I cried a lot, and I never even got to see the course or my teammates who performed spectacularly and valiantly in the Olympics. It was one of the lowest moments of my life, but it was also the beginning of my inevitable quest to be the human I was destined to be. Alas, 2 things continue to be true at once. Ultimately, though, the COVID regulations that forced me into isolation enabled me to look within myself and begin to recognize that I'm a person before I'm an Olympian or anything else. It took a while to really get there. I didn't know how to continue in the sport or if I even wanted to. And so for a year, I just went through the motions. I had no idea what I was doing, and I felt so alone, despite being surrounded by people who were keeping me afloat without me even realizing it. That's the real power in having a tribe. They lift you up even when you can't feel anything, because when you're ready to feel it, you're able to feel it all, because they helped you through it. A full year after I did not make the Olympics, I was finally ready to move on. And that feeling was really painful. I truly believe I had been harboring physical pain from the emotional loss all throughout my body, because it turned out I had a massive herniated disc in my lumbar spine. But embracing all of that physical and emotional pain enabled me to evolve into the best version of myself. I got spine surgery. I went through rehab with more intention than I'd ever moved my body before. And I rebuilt myself as an athlete, a skier, a competitor, a teammate, and a person. Over the course of the past 4 years, I used the setbacks of 2022 and my back injury, as well as the successes of 2018 and before that and every little thing in between, to mold the person I wanted to be. I reignited a deeper passion for skiing than I'd ever had, as I had lost it somewhere along the way. I became enthralled with the pursuit of excellence in a way that left me feeling fulfilled no matter what the outcome was. I remembered how to believe in myself wholeheartedly and to forgive myself for mistakes I'd made in the past. I learned to be kind to myself while taking 100% accountability for my actions and intentions. And I strove to lead with empathy and compassion for everyone around me, no matter the setting or competitive circumstance. I found balance and true love in all aspects of my life, and what was once space in between the bumps I was skiing became the quiet moments I felt more like me than ever before. And I continue to make new strides with all of these endeavors in every direction possible. I qualified for the 2026 Olympics ranked second in the world. I'm very proud of that, and I worked really hard for that. But I think I was only able to do that because I'm far more proud of the person I'm becoming. Mogul skiing has been at the center of my life and my family's life since I was 9 years old. But it took reframing setbacks and successes as opportunities to genuinely understand that what I do is not who I am. My mom has been saying it my whole life. It's not what happens, it's how you respond that matters. It didn't matter that I didn't make the 2022 Olympics. It didn't matter that I injured my back. It didn't matter that I absolutely hated water ramping for most of my career and was embarrassed to try new tricks until I was 22. It only mattered how I responded. I took accountability, I came back stronger, and I eventually turned water ramping into something that was really fun, and I brought a signature trick to mogul skiing that is now my superpower. I think the same goes for the good stuff. It doesn't matter that I'm a 2-time Olympian, a 2-time World Championships medal, and currently ranked 3rd in the world. It matters how I got there, and it matters who helped me get there, many of whom are here today. And it matters how I find new ways to soar higher, because there's no limit. It's not what happens, it's how you respond that matters. And how you respond is dictated by who you are. Even at the Olympics in Italy this year, I was utterly heartbroken to not earn a medal. I knew that if I skied to my potential, I could win, but it didn't turn out that way. To go through all that I did and come so close was devastating. And yet, the joy and pride that came with my journey to and performance at the Olympics was indescribable. The love I felt when hugging my entire family, my fiance, his family, and all my friends after my runs was overwhelming. And the honor it was to represent our beautiful country and to be a small part of my teammates Liz and Jalen's history-making achievements was inspiring. 2 things, perhaps even 1,000 things, can be true at once. There really is a bothness, a manyness maybe, about life that mogul skiing has shone a light on for me. And so I still haven't answered the never-ending question, what now? Perhaps that's actually fine. Maybe instead we can ask ourselves, who now? I have no idea what happens now. None of us do. But what I do know is that I'll be the kind of person who shows up for my tribe. I'll believe in myself even when I don't, and I'll do my very best to embrace whatever is now in all its manyness. Let's all commit right now to being exactly who we want to be. Nothing more and nothing less. And maybe by doing that, embarking on the unknown will be just as fun as it is scary. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026.